Now, moving on, there has been a shootout in Sandton, Johannesburg. Details are still coming in, but police are on scene and monitoring the situation closely. The shootout between police and criminals happened on a northbound stretch of the N2 freeway between the Greyston and Marlborough off-ramps. Now, paramedics say at least 4 people have been wounded. 3 of them are believed to be suspects. Now, also joining us live from Sandton is ANN7 reporter Sindisiwe Twala to give us a bit more on the shootout. A very good afternoon to you, Sindisiwe. Could you please explain to us what exactly took place in Sandton?
A very good afternoon to you, Nandi, as well as the viewers at home. But for people along a Catherine Street, it hasn't been such an awesome afternoon. We know that a shootout happened earlier today where 3 suspects were a part of it. But what we also know is that there's been a lot of police presence and a lot of cars in the area that were involved in what happened earlier. But just to give you a bit of clarity, I'm going to move to my side that way. I'm going to move to my side to show you what exactly is happening at the background. There are different cars as well as the 3 apprehended suspects. 2 of them are in the car, but we cannot show you exactly who they are as of yet, as they have not had their day in court. But moving this side, I also have someone just to give us a bit of clarity on what exactly happened today, Mr. K. Makubela from the SAPS. A very, very good afternoon to you. Please just paint us a picture on what exactly happened here.
What happened is that the police were following a vehicle which was going to rob in Sandton. And what they did after they robbed 2 people, they gave chase to the vehicle. And when they arrived where we are now, it's when they started shooting at the police, and the police shot back, and they took cover by trying to turn back the vehicle. That's when they jumped out of the vehicle and tried to run. But unfortunately, they were cornered by the police and they were arrested. 3 of them were arrested. 1 managed to run away, but on his way, he hijacked another car, which he dropped the driver on the other side of the robots, where she turned back and she found the police standing here. So far, we will be charging them with armed robbery, as well as the cases which we understand they are alleged to be involved in KZN. But at the moment, we are happy with what the police have done because they managed to stop them to do what they were supposed to do.
And then we hear that there was a tip-off that happened basically with the police knowing what was going to happen today. Is this something that the SAPS is working tirelessly to stop in the future so that no hijackings like this happen?
Indeed, that's why when we always say we've got our own intelligence, and we also always say we've got people who are committed to assist the police to fight crime. So these are the information and results of the people who are giving the information to the police, and the police indeed they act very swiftly and they make sure that those suspects who are involved in crime, they are arrested.
And then in terms of the pending question on a lot of people's minds, were there any injuries in this particular event?
No one was injured. It's only one of our members had a slightly injury, and also the suspect. They've got their scratches on their heads, but no one was fatally shot, and no one was seriously injured.
And then in terms of the cars that were found that they initially had hijacked, are there any damages to them?
Yes, indeed. The Mercedes-Benz, which was driven by them, it's slightly damaged by the way they were driving. And the other one, which was hijacked by the suspect, it's not damaged. But we still believe that the people who were the victims, they will still have the treatment where they can be cancelled in terms of their trauma, which they encountered this morning.
And then lastly, in closure, we know that one of the other people here were hijacked. We further identified that it was a male suspect. Do we know anything further about that particular individual that was hijacked?
Yes, what we know is that one of the suspects who jumped out of the car, he managed to point her with a firearm, and then he instructed her to drive away from where the car was parked. And then after they have realized that there are police also he stopped and jumped out of the vehicle and ran away. Then she managed to drive back the vehicle. So we are saying thank you to the police who were in front, because we are all over. We are preventing crime, and that is our responsibility to make sure people are safe.